Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Noise in the gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is another lesson through the Spirit, going into the mark of the beast that's fastly approaching, as we believe that this chip will be implemented very, very soon. And when I say soon, I'm talking about within a matter of, I hate to say years, but I say, as we always say through the Spirit, hopefully the few shortcoming months, okay? Because the way things are going in this system, I was looking at this article, I was skimming through it, and matter of fact, where the fuck is it at? Here. Yeah, it says new Trump financial reports rule to aim to capture cash transactions as low as $200. Okay. Now, you have a thing with the IRS and with banks. If you deposit, I believe a while ago, I think it used to be up to like $10,000. But now I think it's $5,000, that if you deposit more than $5,000 in the bank, then they want to know exactly where it come from, how did you get it, and ultimately you're going to pay taxes on it. But see, the reason why they can do that is because with banks, there's a record. Okay, you have transactions, you have records, you have documents in banks, but with cash, it's not really so. Okay, even though cash is traced through through numbers and through bill note or through numbers that's written on a bill, they can't track what you buy with cash. And that's the whole point of why they want to do away with it, because they want to be able to track everything that you buy, everything that you sell, everything that you're going to indulge in some type of commerce. Esau wants to have ends on it, man. Okay, if you sell a piece of candy for a quarter, that nigga want 10 cents off of it. Okay, because that's how much of a devil he really is. But anyway, this is a video. I'm going to kind of skim through it. It's 20 minutes. I'm not going to remotely even go through half of it, but we're going to get a couple of parts of the videos, and they're going to break down, because this woman and this dude had a dream about the chip and how they implemented and how that everything was circumvented around this mark of the beast. Okay, from your jobs to the apartments to your cars to hell, food, the way you live, your internet connections, all these things. And this is why they're putting so much money into this new digital AI infrastructure. You see? So anyway, I'm going to play a couple of minutes of this, and I'm going to kind of fast forward, and we're going to go from there.
Game is. What is the final play in terms of this? What is it ultimately all about?
Taxation and tyranny. That's the end game. So
What is it ultimately all about?
Taxation and tyranny. That's the end game. So they want a great reset with the key aspects of digitalizing and decarbonizing everything.
Yeah, because you had a term called no taxation without representation. So every tax you pay should be represented by somebody that's able to tell you and to educate you on what you're paying, why you're paying, and where the tax is going to. But this system is so wicked to the point they change tax laws like every freaking so often. And you got 30,000 pages of the tax codes that the average American don't know nothing about. They don't understand taxes. They don't know how to calculate it. They don't understand the ins and outs of it. But let alone, this IRS have infiltrated our society, which is a private organization that have become the oppressor of everybody's lives, man. Okay, and it's to the point now that, hey, if you don't pay taxes, they'll come and arrest you for tax evasion. You see, but she just said taxation and basically tyranny, which this society will be aided through draconian measures using AI. All right.
Want to be done via a digital ID, central bank digital currency. It's difficult to call it a currency. It's a control system masquerading as a currency. It's a weaponization of the medium of money. On top of that, they want carbon credits and all of your assets tokenized and put on a digital wallet. So what they're looking for is complete control of the economy, of your assets, and of every aspect of your life with artificial intelligence at the helm to distribute resources. So population control via resources. If you think of the quote that was attributed to Kissinger, control the food supply, control the people, control the energy, control whole continents, control the money, control the world.
And that's what we mentioned. That's why I said that, see, they're going to start attacking things like, see, what's going to happen is they're gradually are taking things from people. So as they gradually take these things from people, they're going to slowly get them to comply. Okay, it's like a fold under pressure ordeal. We're just like if the walls are caving in on you on both sides, eventually your arms are going to break because you can't continue to push. It's too much force. And they're going to use this through military means. But not only that, they're going to take things from you, man. Okay, cutting the power grid, taking supplies, resources from you, taking away jobs, which is a big one, and orchestrating these famines, which will drive anybody over the edge. So the point people go batshit crazy. Okay, this is why when this society collapse, they're not going to bring in a chip overnight. Okay, they're going to let people go batshit crazy for some time to the point that people will comply out of desperate measures, man. Okay, that's how they're going to get it. It's all through control. So the collapse can literally come in weeks or months, because let's just say when all hell break loose, that could go on for some months, man, before they decide to open back up and implement the chip. Shit, 2/3 of the country be dead by then, you know, because that's the point. They want all the undesirables out the way. So it's going to be like, you know, a dog-eat-dog world, you know, let these people kill each other off. And then we're going to come in and we're going to, you know, establish our new world order. And those that is left of the rubble, they can integrate themselves into the new world order by taking the mark of the beast. And that's when Yahweh Shai is going to come. All right. So let's get a precept real quick. This is 1 Peter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 7. It says here, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer, man. All right. And that's why, hey, we supposed to be on our watch. We supposed to be, you know, reporting on these prophecies and speaking on these things because it's at the door. Okay. Like Yahweh Shai say, it is near even at the doors, man. So how much more we supposed to be on top of this information today? You know, not playing games and, you know, getting involved with these things that don't equate to anything, you know, like you got guys in Israel that's all about making money and getting their brand promoted. But the Lord just said, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch it to prayer, man. So we supposed to be locked in, looking at these articles, scripts, watching the news, paying attention to what's happening in the world, looking at the stocks and trends of the stock market, even though all that stuff is controlled. But we supposed to be praying and hasting that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai come and break this place down, man. Okay, because like I said, if they're talking about going digital by June of this year or July of this year, all hell can literally break loose within a matter of weeks, within a matter of months, man. Okay, because when they go digital, shit can go left and they can say, well, look, we got a glitch. We need to shut down. And before you know it, you get hit with a cyber attack. Grid goes down. Resources, there go your resources. Resources goes, food, water, being able to sanitize yourself properly. When that goes, people start to lose it. When people start to lose it, then it's a trickle effect. Trickles on down, then one reaction leads to another. And before you know it, people going to be out here literally sending this place to the moon, man. Okay, so it's going to get real, real dangerous real quick. As the lady was saying, going to Revelation, matter of fact, damn. Let's go here to the book of Revelation 13, because it's all about control, like she mentioned. Revelation 13, and I'm going to start at verses 11, and it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. That word dragon goes into dracon, which they say it's the devil or Satan, but that's not what it's talking about. Okay, even though this beast is talking about the Roman Empire, the revival of the Roman Empire, they're going to speak swelling words, man. Okay, they're going to speak blasphemous words. Like this dude, Donald Trump. Hey, I was looking at a video. I didn't get a chance to look at it yet, but I saw the thumbnail that possibly millions of people are going to be disqualified from getting this money that they're supposed to be sending around through Doge. I haven't watched it yet, but that's gonna piss a lot of people off. All right, because they felt like, look, we paid millions of dollars in taxes, and we can't even get a fraction of that back. All order out of chaos, man. And it says, and he exercised all the power of the first beast which was before him, and caused the earth and them which dwelled therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was held, as going into the revival of Rome. And it says, and he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire coming down from heaven in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by the sword and did live. Okay, and this is the time we're in now. You see, so like she mentioned, it's all going to be through control. You control the food, you can control the people. Okay, and once they take away food and the money goes out the window and people are not able to access their bank accounts to get their little FRN, their legal tender, all these people going to lose it, man. That's what's going to send them over the edge. You take away food and you take away their money, bread and circuses, then people will be ready to do what they should have been doing 30 years ago. All right. So anyways, play a little bit more.
They're losing the control of the monetary system. It's broken. It broke in 2008. So they're now going after energy and food. How do you do that with this climate agenda? What controls energy and food? Carbon. So that's where they're going with all of this. They want to replace debt slavery with virtue slavery.
That's why we tell you, man, that shit gonna come through a dollar collapse, but not immediately. They're gonna let people lose their minds first before they implement it, because that's the whole point. You know, they come in right with the digital system. I mean, they can do it, but I foresee them actually letting people kind of fall on them faces first, because they need to push you in desperation, man. Okay, before they make it law. So let's get that in Psalms 94 and 20. Let's start at verses 20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? Yeah, and this is a bunch of wickedness, man. Okay, because they're going to implement it into law by default, because once cash is out the window, how is people going to use money to pay their bills? Through these digital tokens or these digital algorithms, so to speak. So it ain't going to be a matter of you know, some places may still use cash temporarily, but once all these systems are phased out, that's a wrap, man. So you ain't going to be able to go to Whole Foods or shop on Amazon, or you ain't going to be able to shop on Amazon with your traditional debit or credit card, because those things are going to be a thing in past. Okay, the whole credit rate system, the credit-based system is all going to be based on your social credit score, you know, which is going to piss a lot of people off, because the average person in America is not according to the elites, they're not probable to live in society, so to speak. They're immoral. You know, so people are going to be batshit crazy. And let's not even talk about the homelessness, you know. But it says here, they gathered themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn innocent blood. Yeah. And this is really all to get the Israelites, man, to get away from our power. Collateral damage. He'll be justified on putting the whole world into digital slavery just so we won't get the kingdom. Shows you how wicked he is. It says, but the Lord is my defense and my power is the rock of my refuge. And he should bring upon them their own calamity or their own iniquity and should cut them off for their own wickedness. So this is going to backfire on them. Okay, they're not going to be able to fully be successful with this because they're not going to be successful with chipping the elect. And it says, yeah, our Lord shall, it says, yeah, Yahweh, our power should cut them off. So that's what we got going for us, brothers. So you don't have to worry about getting tagged up, you know, if the spirit is with you. You know, even though the scripture said that everybody should go through the hour of temptation. Hey, man, we're going to be able to pass this shit with flying colors, man. All right, mark those words because we already know what it is. Okay, when the first ordeal came about in 2020, 2021, hey, it was no question to resist it. You know, it was just like second nature. You know, I didn't think about getting a damn thing. I already had in my mindset. I'm like, I'll walk away from my job before I let you put anything in me. And we passed that first test with flying colors. That was a practice test. Now we're getting ready for the real exam. You know, we've been practicing for it, so now we're going to have to pass this shit with flying colors, man. All right.
Okay, I'm on the mission trip, and I just
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah,
I mean, he was kind of. I mean, he made some good points, but it was a chick. I kind of like her testimony a little better.
It's been foretold, and this right here.
Man, wait a minute, man. Why the fuck don't you Israelites see this? Okay, here you got Edomites. I mean, I don't know. He could have been a Jake. I don't know. You know, we don't judge a book by its cover, but he appears to be an Edomite. But how can heathens see this and people that's not even dealing with the truth see these prophecies? But you got Israelites. That's why the Most High is going to. The Most High's got to kill a lot of men in the truth, man. I put it to you this way, man. Like, I see a lot of you camps getting straight up phased out, extinct. Because ain't no way in hell the IUIC don't see this, man. I mean, you got that much pride to the point you won't put your pride aside to teach the truth because you hate men or the men of Great Millstone. That's stupid, man.
Okay, so this is my third time trying to make this video. So in this stream, I'm just get right into it. It was about the mark of the beast. So in this dream, I woke up into the dream and it started like me talking to my bestie. So when I was talking to my bestie in this dream, he like was surprised and he was saying how these robots, military robots, spawned out of nowhere. So as he was saying this, I saw like the robots, like as if I was seeing a vision. I saw the robots and they were like these humanistic robots and they had like these big guns. So it was just like, and I saw the robots.
But I've been saying that, man. I've been saying it last week's video, and I've been going into this I mean, we've all been going into it, but that some called the Black Awakening, man, when they said that they have these particular drone prototypes, all right, in the form of like an AI hybrid army. Like, I won't be surprised if you actually have Terminators walking around here that look like live flesh and blood people. Okay, that does not surprise me. I mean, Terminator showed you that, all right, the what was it, T-800, and then you got T-2-1000. They look like flesh and blood humans, but yet they were prototypes. They were functioned by AI. So you never know who the hell is walking around you, man. So that's not out of the probability. I can very well see Esau dispatching a task force to deploy people into these FEMA camps or to eliminate people that resist the MOTB, because hey, when shit goes down out here, it's gonna be hell on earth. And Esau ain't gonna man his way through this, man. He's gonna use his sword. Especially to clean up you Jakes, because you know you Jakes, man. You Jakes is just all over the place. You don't know what the hell is getting ready to happen.
Robots, and they look like humans, but they were robots. And then they had these guns that you would see on like a movie or something, like Star Wars or something. Nothing that you would see people having in real life, like nothing that the people have access to. What this makes me think of is, let's say the government wants to control the people, so they send out these humanistic robots to control the people. What can the people really do to fight against these robots if they can't kill them?
Spiritual power, baby. Spiritual power. That's why we gonna need it. Thou art my battle wax and weapon of war. That's when the Lord said, then they should know who am I chosen. We finna get turned up out here. I can feel it.
It's going to be very easy to use these type of robots to control people if they can't die. So that's just kind of what I think of when I saw this. I don't know if this is just like something that's supposed to take place later on, but I'm going to share what I saw. So in the second part of the dream, it was like I was talking to this guy, but I wasn't talking back. It was more like he was talking to me, so I was just witnessing him talk. And as he was talking to me, he was just so pumped, so excited, so geeked, and he was just telling me about the mark of the beast. And he was just like, yeah, you can't buy or sell things unless you have this mark in your hand or in your head. And as he was telling me this stuff, I just knew that he had the mark of the beast in his head. He also had these symbols on his head. It was like a phone symbol, a message symbol, and like these 3 dots type of symbol. I don't know.
Yeah, because they said by 2030, basically you are gonna be the cell phone. So they want to do away with these handheld devices, and they want to put them inside you. The thing is under the skin surveillance. Okay, you'll be able to wirelessly dial up somebody in your mindset, man. You'll be able to talk to somebody telepathically. That's what Elon Musk was saying about telepathy. You know, and telepathy goes into basically speaking through the mind. You know, sometimes brothers do it because we're able to kind of finish each other's sentences and words, and we think what the other brother think. You know, we'll sync up sometime we'll sync up without even realizing it, man. You know, but it's gonna get up to the point of time that with that chip, you're gonna be able to dial your mother in your mind, and she's gonna pick up, and you're gonna be having a whole conversation in your mind, which is those miracles on the left hand side that we're reading about here. Revelation 13 and 14, it says, and he had the power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast shall be killed. Okay. And this is what she's going into. And she a cutie. She cute. Something about that hair. I love that natural look. That real kind of crinkly, curly, natural, nappy look. That shit is hot. Salaki.
With the 3 dots were, but this is just kind of what I saw. And yeah, when I was just talking to him, I realized like he was so enthusiastic. So when the mark of the beast like comes out like around the world, it's going to be marketed as something that's trendy. You know how like when the iPhone came out with the fingerprint scan, everybody was doing it. And then when they got the update in the new phones with face recognition, everybody was doing that. And then when they got the tap pay with a card, everybody was doing that. Or the tap pay with your phone, everybody was doing that.
It's called gradualism. That was why they invented credit cards, to get you used to not using cash.
So now they're about to market it as trendy, especially catering towards the younger audience, because it's going to be something that is marketed as trendy to make people want to get it. But I'm telling you now, please do not put anything in your skin. Do not get this chip. Do not get any of this, because it is the mark of the beast. So I'm telling you right now, they're going to market it as something trendy. So please do not get this. I understand that it's going to be hard in those times when tribulation does come upon everybody. But when tribulation comes, it is going to get harder, and people are not going to know what to do when you have to pay and you don't have the mark of the beast. You don't have the chip. People are not going to know what to do around this time. But I'm telling you right now, it's going to get hard. But I tell you, get to know God and figure it out. What this is saying, guys, is everybody's going to just be going about their day-to-day lives. People are still going to be getting married, having kids, drinking, eating, just going about their day-to-day life. But Jesus is gonna come back. Like, he's gonna take the church. So I'm telling you right now, like, y'all, I gotta wake up. And if y'all don't have a relationship with God, I urge you to go find it, because we are living in the end days. What urged me to share this video even more is when I went to Whole Foods yesterday.
Yeah, she cooking. Where the hell is this woman at? I need to find her ass, man. Can't never run into no like-minded people like this. We get trapped out with all these fucking harlots. But you know what, Nate? Hey, you going to hell, man. All right, Nate, you going straight to hell, my nigga. You know why? Because you teach that madness, and you got this chick that I'm sure she came across some videos and seen the prophets out there. But I mean, she's breaking it down right on the head. Because Amazon you got Amazon do the palm things now. You can pay with your hand. Whole Foods, rather. This nigga Nate talking about his Christianity. He said it's sin. Now, taking a chip is a sin, okay? But that's not what it is. It's not, oh, the mark of the beast is sin. But you call yourself a prophet of the Most High, man? I pray when the Most High take your soul, before you cross over into the spirit world, I pray that he put your ass in a mental, spiritual hell, man. Because the Most High could put you in, like a lot of people that be having a so-called after-death experience, because they say that the mind can sometimes be alive after minutes after death before you cross over. And people appear to go to hell and be taught. That's the Most High that's the Most High plaguing your mind, man. It ain't that the fact you in the hell. What's this guy's name? We was going into it at camp. It was one of them anime characters. They can put your ass like in a time warp, and you would think you're somewhere, but you're not. I pray that happened to Nate in his leadership. When the Most High takes the spirit out there, that he puts your ass in the damn hell that don't exist, but in your mind. Because the Lord said that he would he would choose your delusions. You know? Anyway, let me go ahead and give him one more couple precepts and we'll end it. Because shorty cooking for real. It's the book of Acts 2. And I'm going to start at verses 17. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, says Yahweh, that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men should dream dreams. All right. So this is what we're dealing. Okay. A lot of Israelites are seeing visions. They're having dreams. They see this impending doom coming. Hey, believe it or not, some of them can be the elect, man. You know, it don't surprise me if the Most High wake up some of these like that. I don't know her background or anything like that. I mean, you don't know, but hey, John goes into seeing that great multitude that he couldn't number. So a lot of these people, in fact, that believe in that JC folly, that BS, that Christianity, a lot of them are going to repent and come back into who they are. And the Lord gonna have mercy on these people, man. Hey, a lot of these people gonna get delivered before a lot of you cats that call yourselves Israelites, man. Okay, remember the Lord said that he suffered the publicans, the harlots. They're going to the kingdom before you. You know?
When I went to Whole Foods, mind you, I just started going to Whole Foods like at the beginning of this month. And I've been going there, and I saw in like places like New York, they were like boycotting Whole Foods because of the system, the mark of the beast system. And when I started going there, I'm like, if I see this is really gonna, like, reality is gonna kick in. If it comes to my local Whole Foods, I realize, like, yes, I believe God's word to be true, but it's something about seeing it unfold in front of your eyes. Like, it just really sinks in. So why I'm sharing this is because when I went in there the other day, which was yesterday, I saw that they had the system, and I'm gonna try to insert like a picture or like the video or something right here. So
palm reader.
I saw that they had the system, and literally my chest was like on fire, because I'm just like, ooh, like, people need to know, like, we are running out of time. The fact that I had this dream like a week or so ago, and this is before they had the system, this dream about the mark of the beast, and this guy was just so hyped talking about it, and I just didn't understand how I was going to be putting this video out here. But here I am. This is why, because like a week or so later, now I'm going into Whole Foods, and they have the system. It's like God just keeps telling us, like, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. Like, tell my people I'm coming. Y'all, Jesus is coming. I need y'all to wake up. I need y'all to wake up and get it, because we are running on borrowed time. We are in this season of grace, and if you don't wake up, you will get left. So I urge you, if we're not promised tomorrow, we are not promised tomorrow. We don't know when the Son of Man is going to come. When he comes, he's going to come like a thief in the night. And I promise you, when he does come, whenever that day is, whenever that time is, I really hope that you get to go too.
Yeah, she cooking, man. Even though she's off on that JC madness, but she's cooking for real. I mean, she's on point. I mean, she said it. And it says, and on my servants and on my handmaids, I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in the heavens above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. And the sun should be turned into darkness and the moon into blood. We just had a blood moon a little bit over a week ago. And before that great and notable day of the Lord come. All right. And it should come to pass that whosoever should call on the name of Yahweh Shai shall be saved. So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord, swear you are edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.